Governor Janet Mills yesterday signing a bill designed to make child care more affordable and accessible. The new law establishes a cap on prices for families receiving subsidies under the Maine Child Care Affordability Program. It also allows the Department of Health and Human Services to further reduce or waive co-payments for kids in foster care, parents who are homeless, and families with a household income of up to 30% of the state median.
One of the biggest obstacles for Maine people today, including young families especially, is the high cost of living. From health care and housing, utilities, to the cost of child care, costs are just too high for Maine people.
Democrats say the measure came about after deep cuts to Maine Care and SNAP made essentials even more expensive for Maine families. In recent weeks, Republicans have blamed Democrats for rising costs, saying years of Democratic control in Augusta has contributed to the state's financial